Hi, my name's Evan. You know what really grinds my gears? Nintendo, the company. Now, you know what doesn't grind my gears? Something I enjoy a lot? I'll give you a second guess. Try again. Jeez, you suck at this. Nintendo. I know. There's complication, there's nuance, and it enrages me. Why can't things be easy? Why can't things just be black and white? No, I refuse to think that way. Obi-Wan told me only Sith deal in absolutes. I can't be like that. But I have spent the day with my friends playing on the Switch, the Nintendo Switch, not the 2, the 1, because the 2 is sold out literally everywhere. Me and my friends actually spent time calling into various GameStops trying to figure out if any of them have the Switch. And if you call the GameStop, they answer and say, "Hi, this is GameStop. Before you ask, we don't have it." They don't even need to say what it is. It's like Voldemort. It's like the guy with the V name from Harry Potter. And how it's gone. It's being sold out everywhere. I actually saw that there was a news article about how 2,800 of them were swindled out of a truck on its way to GameStop. Oh my God, the scalpers need it that bad? Or, like, McDonald's is hiring. Like, I don't know, man. Like, with the amount of coordination and effort that goes into robbing a truck with 2,800 switches, like, you probably needed a large vehicle to take all that home. You could have probably nailed down a really solid job at, like, a Wendy's. I know the job market sucks right now, but still, stop stealing things that people want to play with. But anyway, Nintendo. Here's my gripe, and here's the reason I do not like Nintendo. And then we'll get into the reason that I believe that there is a lot of nuance here, and I do like them. I like their stuff. We'll get to it, though. I'm getting ahead of myself. See, the thing is, first of all, I hate how Nintendo treats creators. I think that as a creator, I like to stand up for my kind. And so when I see them copyright claiming if you think about Mario in a video, like I just said his name, now they're gonna drop a bomb on me because I mentioned an Italian guy. Like, they're extremely heavy on copyright. And of course, to a certain extent, they are following the law. They're not breaking any laws. I can't sue them for this. Copyright law is extremely archaic. It runs off of a system that was created back when music was still on vinyl. So, like, if I play music, I'm technically pirating it because I didn't pay for it with a little freaking disc made of vinyl. Like, it's understandably, copyright laws are not updated. So Nintendo, being a Japanese company, culturally very sticking to the OG stuff. I guess conservative is the word for that, and that's been butchered by American politics. But conservative means trying to stick to the tradition, and I know the Japanese culture tends to do that. And so, of course, they stick with the tradition of copyright law, and it sucks because, of course, creators bite the bullet and they have to get shot in the ass every time they think about the Coconut Mall theme song or something like that. However, the other reason I don't love Nintendo as of recently, and this has been a little bit of justification for me because I know I'm a little crazy for hating on Nintendo. Like, it's a very renowned company. A lot of people really like Nintendo, but you see a gnat fly by I saw that in the camera. I saw a gnat fly by. The other reason I don't like them, recently they dropped the Nintendo and they had a patent signed for the Nintendo that makes it so if you buy it, if you pay the $500 for this Switch 2, which, by the way, after hearing all those reviews and seeing so much gameplay, I almost think it might be justified. However, that $500 is a freaking insane price. But, like, they are making it, they signed a patent, so if you buy this thing, you are not buying the physical product, you are buying the rights to use the product, which means that if you get caught modding a game, or maybe looking at the Switch in a way that they don't like, maybe you try and, get into some, actually, that could be good for, taking out, weird old men who are talking to children. But, that's the one specific instance. Other than that, they can break your console if they don't like you. They think you smell bad. You think you didn't take a shower enough days in a row. Yeah, get out of here. You're not playing any more Mario World anymore. But, that I think is absurd. I think subscription services are the death of owning media, and the fact that you can't even own a console that you can hold with your own two hands makes me want to eat it. It makes me want to stick it in my mouth and swallow. But anyway, it is it's stupid. It makes me mad. I wanted to bring up a quick little side story when I mentioned that the console is so expensive, and me saying $500 is okay is just absurd considering the Xbox used to be $300. But my family saw this thing recently where you can buy, with the house that we have, this house that I'm in right now. When I was a baby, they wanted to get a porch installed, and it would have cost $2,000. Now, I want you to imagine a number in your head for what the porch today, if we wanted to get a porch installed today, would cost. Give you 3, 2, $22,000. Where did that come from? Where did that go, Cotton Eye Joe? It's not like the wood got better. It's not like the tools got better. Like, maybe a little bit, but a hammer's a hammer, a nail's a nail. I don't want to hear that shit. But anyway, regardless of all that, shit gets more expensive, so I understand why the console is more expensive. So that's not one of my main gripes. But now, let's move into why I like Nintendo. Oh my god, Mario is so fun. So the thing is, I have a Wii. I have a Nintendo Wii. And I just now got, I didn't buy this. You might notice. You might notice there is a Switch here. This is actually a Switch my sister owned, and I haven't used it ever. And she never used it either. So I stole it just today. And now I have Mario Kart 8. But I've been playing on this Wii that I bought at a thrift store for it's like $90 for the whole Wii, which is actually really good for the modern day. Wii sell for fucking like an arm, a leg, and one of your testicles. But now I have a Wii and I have a Switch. And I'm not going to lie, seeing the quality of the product and how fun Mario Kart 8 is, how fun, bless you, Mario Kart is, Mario, I like Italians, I guess, but and then seeing the gameplay for Mario Kart World, and I have a friend who actually went to Nintendo World in New York, or not in New, whatever is in New York, like the Nintendo shop. He played it, and I don't know what they did to him there. Maybe they did some MK Ultra brainwashing experiments on him, but he came back from New York like, I need to buy one now. I have $500 in my pocket. I'm going to start calling GameStops until I get one. That's what led us to what we did today. And we were going to get one today until we realized they're sold out in everywhere all the time, all at once, which is almost the movie's title. But yeah, that it sucks because on one hand, it pisses me off the way that Nintendo protects its products and the way that it treats the people who consume their content. But at the same time, the quality of the content that they're putting out is so good that it almost makes sense. And I don't like saying that because I'm not a big fan of giving companies rights over our heads. You know, I don't want to give them the ability to break a console because I don't know, peed on it or something. I could have probably put that in rice. It would have been fine. That's a stupid joke. I don't know why I kept running with it. But, I don't like the way that they run their company, but at the same time, the way that they make their games almost makes up for it. That's essentially the gist of this entire thing, but I wanted to yap about it in a long form and to hear your thoughts as well in the comments down below, because I know I have a lot of people who don't like Nintendo, because I trash on Nintendo a lot, but I do it to a certain extent understand that it's a little unjustified. They make good stuff. They do. They really do. And I bet there are people who feel the same way in the comments. So, who knows? Do you guys think I should buy the new Switch 2? You think I should stream some Mario Kart World? I don't know. I really want it, but I it's arm and a leg. Literally, it's arm and a leg. I got a credit card, one of my first credit cards ever, and I have to spend $1,000 in the first 3 months to get a bunch of credit. And that would be half of it down the drain. I'd be set. But it'd be $500 gone. So it's a trade-off. But anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. Just want to keep this quick and succinct and get out. My name's Evan. Get out of your. Get out of my video. It's my video.